All right, you guys, welcome to week 3. We are going to talk tonight about uh, organizing your business, organizing your time, how you should be looking at your business as from the perspective of being you're the CEO of your own business, and what that should look like in terms of organizing, tracking, setting boundaries, and just making sure that you're not going into your business blindly, and you have structure, which is going to give you a peace of mind and relieve some stress and not force you to be tied to your device, your smartphone, your laptop, your computer, whatever, however you work your business, wherever you work your business from. So my name is Megan White. I'm the founder of our team, and if you caught week 1, you know that we're rebranding our team. We have some really exciting things coming up, and just an opportunity for you to jump in and really launch your business correctly and much faster and do I say better than when I started, because now we have some amazing systems in place. We have some amazing support from other leaders in our organization, and we are just like, this is a tidal wave that we are about to push over, and this is not the time to let up on your business. If you're working your business, this is not the time to take your foot off the gas. This is the time to lean in, and if you're brand new, dive in and just really take the bull by the horns and just make it happen. And tonight's call is going to allow you to have some structure and organization in your business. So I want to share with you, I have about 5 different tips for you in how to manage your time, how to organize your business, and just how to kind of get organized with structuring your business. So my first tip for you is, we're just going to dive right in, because there's a lot of information in a short amount of time, and really, I just want to keep it really simple for you. I want to keep it short and sweet, and I want you just to be able to implement right away, because it's one thing to listen to these trainings and get really motivated and take some great notes, but it's another thing to actually take what you hear and implement and do and put into action and put into play. That's going to be the game changer in your business. So my first tip for you is designate your space. You have to organize your space. If you have no designated place in your house that you work your business, and you don't really have any like a space that you can call your own, a workspace that you can call your own, you're going to kind of just fly by the seat of your pants. And I am speaking from experience, because I did this when I first started my business 6 years ago. I did not have kids, so I was able to work from my couch and not be distracted. I was able to work from my kitchen counter and not be distracted. But now that I have kids, I cannot do that. That does not fly. It is like I see a dust particle in the air, and I'm like distracted for the next 15 minutes. So I don't know about you if you're the same way, but I have to have a space that I can call my own. I have to have a designated space, just kind of like a workout area, kind of like you have a designated space for your bathroom. You have a designated space, say that 5 times fast, where you sleep. You have a designated space where you sit down for meals and eat. You have a designated space, if you're working full time, where you go to work, or where you do your work. You have designated spaces for things in your life, because that gives you a place to to be able to go and do what you need to do in that area, and not have it run into the rest of your priorities in your life. And so I work best in an area where I cannot be distracted or minimal distractions. And it's a place that I can go to and work and sit at a desk. It doesn't have to be a desk. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. I built my business, like I said, from my couch and my kitchen table for the first couple years of my business because I didn't have kids. So I didn't have that additional distraction. The TV was off. That's another small sacrifice you're going to have to make. You're just shut the TV off. If you say you don't have time to work your business, but you watch recorded shows or you have a series that you're watching, you have time to work your business. And so that's just one of those things that are just going to have to go for right now. Or you get all your work done, then you turn on the TV like I do sometimes at 11:30 at night when I just need to like decompress. But I was able to build my business from my couch. I didn't have the TV on. I was not distracted. I didn't have kids running around crazy, and it worked. So you need to figure out what works best for you. And if you need to turn a closet into a little office, if you need to turn a spare bedroom into an office, like you have to look at your business like a real business. You have to look at your business like you are the CEO of a 6-7 figure business. You have to look at your business like it's $1 million business if you want it to be $1 million business, and you have to treat it like you want it to be, like it already is. And if you have an office space, make sure it's clean, make sure it's organized. You can't sit down and have a bunch of clutter and a bunch of mess because that's going to make your mind cluttered and messy, and you're not going to be able to focus on your work. So tip number 1 is designate a space. You have to organize a space, and that's going to allow you to have the mindset like this is a real business, because you should be looking at it like a real business, right? Number 2 is you have to set hours of operation. You are not a 24-hour Walmart. When we first get started in this business, it's so easy to be attached to our phone. It's so easy to be on all the time because we work from our phone, which is a benefit, but it also could be a negative if you're not setting those boundaries, if you're not creating hours of operation. You need to set business hours as if you have a storefront, as if this is a brick and mortar business. And if you're working full time, or you're a mom, or you are a wife, or you're a friend, or a daughter, or you have 2 jobs, or you volunteer, or whatever, you have to be structured with your time. Now, for some of us, this comes naturally, and we're really good with our time, and we thrive off of structure, and we love schedules, and we love to be minute by minute scheduled. You love planners. That's awesome. Some of us resist schedules. Some of us hate the structure of the clock. Some of us hate the structure of set-by-set hours and being told what to do throughout the day. Some of us resist that. But in this business, doesn't matter if you like it or not, you have to set hours of operation, and you have to get scheduled with your time. Because if you don't, your time's going to run you. And before you know it, you're going to be scrolling, somehow ending up on Facebook or Instagram scrolling and being distracted, and you've just wasted 2 hours on your phone doing absolutely nothing productive and absolutely nothing that's going to move your business forward. So you have to set hours of operation. You owe it to your family, you owe it to yourself, you owe it to your priorities and your schedule to get scheduled, to get organized with your time. Now, that might look like, for me when I started, I worked in the morning before work. I worked at 8. So I taught fitness classes at night. So usually I worked out after work when I got off work at 3 or 4, whatever. And so I worked before work, I worked on my lunch hour, and then I worked at night, like before bed. So my hours of operation looked a little bit different than they do now, having 3 kids and working my business full-time from home. They look a little bit different, but you have to set that structure. You have to set those hours. You have to say, okay, from 6 to 7 in the morning, before I have to get ready for work, I'm going to sit down and work my business. From 12 to 12:30 on my lunch hour, I'm going to work my business. From 8 to 9 at night, I'm going to work my business. Or let's say, you have time with your spouse or significant other or family or kids or whatever, a certain time at night. You schedule your business around that, right? You schedule your priorities first, your full-time job, your family, your husband, your date nights, things like that, your appointments. personal appointments and whatnot, but you schedule all of that first, and then you plug in your Beachbody business. You work in your pockets of time. For me, I call them my mommy pockets, because I don't have all day. Even though I work full-time from home, I don't have all day just to sit and do nothing. Like, you have to be structured with your time, and you treat this like a real business. You treat this like a real hours of operation. It's going to pay you back like one. And not only that, your family is going to learn to respect your hours of business. Your husband's going to learn to appreciate and respect that you're setting those boundaries around your priorities, around your family. And it's not going to grow to be, a constant struggle and battle when you're trying to sit down and work your business and nobody knows what your hours are, right? So wouldn't that be frustrating if your significant other, or, maybe you have grown kids, or maybe you don't have kids, but maybe you have, whatever. Wouldn't that be irritating if your significant other was just like, you had no clue when their hours of when they were working or when they were not working, or when it was time for you guys to have time together, or you guys to have time with your kids together, or mealtime, or wouldn't that be frustrating if you had no clue what your significant other's schedule was, right? So make sure that you are respecting your own hours. Make sure you're respecting your own time, but also the time of other people, and especially your significant other. You got to communicate that with them, and get a planner, get a binder, however you work best. Maybe you have a scheduler on your phone, or calendar on your phone, or something that pops up on your computer or laptop to help you stay scheduled throughout the day. For me, I work best hour by hour, seeing my entire schedule so that I can just check off, and I know I set alarms on my phone just to remind me, hey, I have a call, or I have from this time to this time, or whatever. Okay. So set hours of operation, get those down on paper, and communicate them with your family. Number 3, you have to set boundaries on social media. Your business is not to play and to scroll and to compare and to worry about what everyone else is doing. Your job to grow your business is to go to your friends list, to get into your contacts, to reach out to people, to message people, to get in touch with people, you are a professional conversation starter. You are a professional conversation continuer. That's what you need to do in this business to keep it growing. If you always have outgoing, you're always going to have incoming, right? Your job is to post on social media to inspire other people. Your job is to create content behind the scenes and to, yes, gain inspiration from other people and make it your own, but do your personal development and find inspiration from that for content and post about it. Your job is to host a challenge group and to plug people into our virtual gym, my virtual gym, and to get people started with the tools to start their health and fitness journey, the Beachbody On Demand and the Shakeology and the Energize, and get them going with the container system, the fixed container portion system. Your job is to connect with other people and to be interested in other people's lives and find those people that want to do what you're doing. And the only way you're going to do that is by staying laser focused, staying off of the scroll, staying off of the newsfeed, and getting your work done first. Schedule your scroll time, that's fine. Schedule your play time, that's fine. But make sure that you're doing your job and make sure that you're doing what you need to do to move your business forward. Or you are going to come back to me in 2 months and you're going to say, my spouse is, mad because I'm always on my phone. I'm always on, I'm always attached to my phone. I need to take a break from social media and I'm always on it and this, that, and the other thing. And I'm not getting anywhere in my business and I'm just wasting time. And I'm, investing in my Shakeology every month and I'm just not seeing a return, blah, blah, blah. You're going to come back and you're going to say that. And I'm going to ask you, what do you do when you sit down to work your business? A lot of times that will tell me if you are posting on social media, if you are playing on social media, if you're scrolling, if you're blah, 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 blah. So you have to make sure you're doing the things that move your business forward. And that is reaching out to people, starting messages, inviting people, going through your contact list, going through your friend list on Facebook, going through your contacts on your phone, getting in touch with the hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people that you know on a first name basis, even though you think you don't know, even though you think you've talked to everybody, you haven't. Going to those people and reaching out and inviting them to our virtual gym, inviting them to our December 3rd boot camp, inviting them to our next boot camp after that, and getting them plugged into our community, and inviting them to take a look at the coaching opportunity and maybe earn some cash before the holidays, maybe for the new year, whatever. But that's your job. It's not to scroll on social media. It's not to compare. It's not to feel crappy about yourself because this person's further than you. It's not to take what somebody else is doing and copy it because they're having really great success. You don't see the behind the scenes things that they're doing that you should be doing. And so you have to stay in your lane. You have to stay laser focused, and you have to set boundaries on social media. Okay. Number 4, you have to track your business. Now there's tons of different resources, and I mean there's tons of different things you can be doing, whether you're a pen to paper. I have a binder. Where's it at? I have a binder that I use to I printed off a bunch of these daily coaching worksheets. Okay, I printed off a bunch of them. And this is what I put in my sleeves so that I know, okay, on this dates back all the way to June of last year. So I know that, let's just say yesterday, I know who I talked to, I know who I need to follow up with, I know who I invited, I know who I invited in my challenge group, I know the new conversations I started, I know the 5 new friends I added or got in contact with, I did my vital behaviors, I know all that. And then I know the next day who I need to follow up with, what I need to do, okay? Some of you are more digital. Some of you can do an Excel spreadsheet, and that's the best for you. Some of you would benefit from Streak is an online coaching tracker, business tracker application. TeamZ, TEAMZY is another amazing tool that I did the free trial for. Love it. Now they have an app as well. It is a membership, but you have to think of this as an investment in your business, right? Most people that have the opportunity to earn a 6-figure business, to grow to a 6-figure income or a 7-figure income to $1 million business, most people don't just have a $160 investment, right? If you think about it, most businesses, you would have to invest hundreds of thousands of dollars. This business, you don't. And you are luckier than I can even explain to you. You're sitting on a gold mine. You have to treat it like a real business, and you have to look at everything as an investment because it's going to pay you back tenfold if you follow through and utilize and implement. So TeamZ is a great one. Streak is a great one. Google Drive, you can organize your business in there. You can do contacts. You can do, like I said, this pen to paper. You can print off. Another thing I'm going to start doing is to keep my team organized is I'm going to be printing off a coaching sheet for everybody for my whole team and putting it in a binder. And that's just me. I'm a pen to paper person. That's how I operate best. And so I'm going to keep doing that. TeamZ is also something that I really love and have as well. So Streak, I have not used that a whole lot, but that's another really amazing program that people really love. So find a tracking system that works best for you, okay? The other thing you should be tracking is your brain dump, your brainstorm, and what your priorities are every day that's going to move you closer to your goal. So what I love are the Smart Life Push journals. Okay, now she has like binder, and actually I think through Wednesday they're 50% off. If you just go to just ChaleneJohnson.com or Google Push Journal. but it literally gives you every single day, and it's not a January to December type of thing. It's just a 30-day, they're 30-day journals. And so everything from, you can track your workout, you can track your water, you can track your schedule. It has, I don't know if you can see that. It has the whole day in here, your push goal. So your big goal, what is your big goal with your business? If you don't know your goals, you need to take some time and write those out. Your push goal is your big goal. If you achieved this goal, all those other little goals would be achieved. And usually your push goal is a financial goal. So for me and my business, it's a financial goal. So what are 3 things I need to do to move me closer to that push goal? That you can write in there. You can brain dump any notes or tasks. So I love that, to track just your everyday to-do list, your brain dump as well. And then my last tip for you is you have to get a 30-day plan. So you should be looking at the next 30 days in your business. So right now is a perfect time actually for this call, because right now I'm promoting for my December 3rd boot camp. So for my December, so for the month of December, and I'm just pulling up my calendar over here. So I'm promoting right now. We have Thanksgiving on Thursday. The following week after Thanksgiving will be our prep week. So I'm going to try to get everyone plugged in by the end of this week, and into next week to prep. And then we'll start December 3rd. So 2 weeks from today, we'll be starting. Now, every month you should have a designated kind of week or week and a half where you promote and have open enrollment for your next challenge group. For me, I run all my boot camps through my virtual gym, and so I have an enrollment period, which is usually like the end of every month, because then we get started the beginning of every month, depending on what program we're running. Now, I always have open enrollment for my boot camps. Even if I'm in, let's say, an 8-week program, I will still open enroll for that month and get people plugged into my virtual gym and have them pick a program that's best for them, and have them and help them find a program that's best for them. So for example, this week I'm going to be enrolling people. Now I'm going to be doing Shift Shop. A few of us are going to be doing Shift Shop. A couple girls that I'm talking to right now in private message, one is 6 weeks postpartum. Shift Shop would not be for her. Something more like Lift 4 or 21 Day Fix, or something that's a little less intense, because Shift Shop's agility and endurance and things like that a little more advanced. So I'm still going to plug her into my group, into my boot camp. I'm still going to get her started in my virtual gym. I'm going to be doing a different program, but I'm still going to be coaching her and guiding her and checking in with her. And she's going to use our group to go through her program. So you should be looking at your business 30 days ahead. So right now, because I'm enrolling for the beginning of December, I'm looking at December. 3 weeks is the Shift Shop program, and that will put us the week right before Christmas. Okay, that will be finishing that the 21st or 22nd, and then that following week is Christmas Eve, is Monday, Christmas Day. So I'm looking at, okay, I'm going to probably be promoting I'm going to probably be promoting that week before Christmas, and then the week like after, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday after Christmas, to get started in my January group, which will start January 7th. Okay. And we probably will be doing the new Transform program. Okay. So that's something to look at as well. And I think that's a 6-week program. I have to double check, but you kind of get the idea of where I'm going with that. You have to look ahead in your business. You have to have a strategic marketing plan for your business. You have to take your calendar out and look and go, okay, when's my next group going to start? How long is the program? When do I need to be promoting for the program? How long am I going to give myself to talk to people to get them started? Is there a prep week in there before we start? And what's going to follow? You should always have a plan after your plan, right? And so, because on your stories and things like that, you can give people a poll and you can say, contact me next month, and have those people already on your list for the following month, okay, for when you promote for your next group. I also have a period where I promote for the business and the coaching opportunity, and I run a 3-day sneak peek followed by a webinar, and I plug people into my sneak peek group. The group is open for our entire downline, so you can definitely utilize that. So my next sneak peek will run probably that first week in December, and I'll probably do a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, so I'm going to be promoting the week after Thanksgiving for that. Okay, so you have to take a calendar out, a big calendar. I don't have mine accessible, but a big calendar out and write down. Maybe you have a marker board hanging in your office area where you can visually see your business plan. You should have a business plan. If you're unsure how to set up a business plan or how to set up, your next 30 days and after, I would even venture to say 30 to 60 days. Ask your coach or ask me. I can help you do that. But you should be looking ahead about 30 days, 30, 60 days. Have a plan in place, because you're going to need to start promoting. You're going to need to put together probably Instagram story promos. You're going to need to be getting content together for maybe a couple business posts, a couple coach posts, and how coaching has changed your life and helped you. And a few call to actions for your challenge group and for the business opportunity. You should be inviting to the business opportunity every single month to something, and enrolling a coach, at least one coach every single month. You should be doing. You should be getting at least 3 people started in your challenge group. 3 new people every single month in our virtual gym, or if you're running your own challenge group, you should be getting 3 new people started a month. Those are your goals. At least 1 new coach, at least 3 new people. That's bare minimum of your business. Okay. So I hope that this helped you guys. I hope that this gave you some good tips on just simple tips that you can implement right now on organizing your time and organizing your business and getting a strategic plan in place and having that control in what you can control in your business. And that is planning out your month, that is talking to people, that is reaching out to people, and that is setting up opportunities to plug people into, whether it's a challenge group or a coaching sneak peek or webinar. And so Christina, my coach, also has the next 3 months mapped out that she shared in our United Coach Collaboration group. So if you're not a part of that group, then you need to be plugged into that as well. And there's lots of opportunities for you to be inviting people to and plugging people into. So I hope this helped you guys.